Yeah, you're always trying to take care of other people's feelings.
Yes, I mean, I don't know why, but I care so much about other people's feelings.
Mm-hmm.
If they act like a jerk,
Okay.
my shyness is always in the way of my um, when they mistreat me, I become more shy,
Mm-hmm.
and it feels like something is holding me back from expressing myself.
Yes.
To be expressive at my feelings that's
Mm-hmm.
being heard,
Yes.
and I do not know why. I don't know why I feel this way. I behave this way.
Well, you've given your power away.
I'm sorry. Pardon me.
You've given your power away. What you're describing sounds like would it be accurate to say you experience a loss of power?
And of power, you mean?
I'm sorry, what does power mean?
No. What kind of power? I mean, what kind of power
Well,
are you talking about?
the ability to so you're going along, things are fine, you feel good about yourself, you feel good about life is working, and then someone comes along and does something that holds you back, hinders you, criticizes you, belittles you, undermines you in some way. And rather than being able to express yourself powerfully in that situation and moving on, which would be an expression of power.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see.
Yes, that it would be an expression. I'm not talking about force. Force is the negation of power. I'm not talking about forcing your way. I'm not talking about punching your way through it or getting in an argument or a conflict or a fight, but just overcoming that and moving forward, right?
Yes.
In fact, it might be that a true expression, a higher expression of power, the one that I eventually learned through martial arts, through the martial art of Aikido, is to include that other people may want to harm you. And you simply will not allow that, but you could understand that might happen.
But you said something interesting, that you
Mm-hmm.
said no matter how they behave, we should love them anyway. But,
I didn't say we should.
uh-huh.
I didn't say we should, because then that makes it be like a burden or an obligation.
Right.
It's a privilege, an opportunity, and you don't have to. You don't have to love somebody you don't have to. I never said that you have to love somebody.
I'm sorry, maybe I misunderstood.
Well, it's okay, because a lot of people think that the things that maybe because, I'm in a position of being on TV or being a teacher, that if I say something, it means you should. But no, I don't think you should do any of the things that I'm suggesting, but they are suggestions. You have an opportunity to. If somebody is being a jerk with you, you have an opportunity to stand your ground and say, hey, that doesn't feel good, it hurts my feelings, I don't like it, it makes me angry, whatever it is, right? Being responsible for your own self. Being not like you made me angry. No, I feel angry when you say that. I feel upset or I feel sad. I don't like it. That would be being responsible for your own reality, your own responses, your own feelings, not making somebody else be responsible for them. Yes?
Yes.
And then, what I have discovered is that whatever you can communicate, you can manage. Once you've identified something, in other words, you've become aware of it, now you've communicated it, you've actually taken action. See, where people get held back is they become aware of something, but maybe it's like a feeling and they're not really sure what it is, but it doesn't feel good, so they just they clam up and they don't say anything, they don't communicate, and they act like everything's just fine. That would be about the opposite of being powerful. Yes?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. To make a joke about it, to say, hey, that I didn't like that, or or to get mad about it or whatever, but to express that so that it didn't get covered up and stuffed down, so that you don't, in other words, experience a loss of power. What you were describing in the beginning when you were saying other people behave in a way that you feel like you can't talk about it, and you just go on and you stuff your feelings, right?
That's right.
Yeah, you just stuff
Very
them
shy
inside.
and
Yeah.
my feelings into myself, and I'm not able, to express
I understand that.
that I've been hurt, right? And I never understood myself. I don't know why I behave this way.
Well, I'll tell you why.
This way.
I know why. Because you're very powerful. I've worked as an acting teacher and a dance teacher and a martial arts teacher for a number of years, teaching those disciplines as a way for people to discover themselves. And one of the things that I discovered was the shyest people in the class, the people who were the most shy, who were were in a shell, and I had to get them out somehow as a teacher. When they came out of that shell, they were extremely powerful. They were extremely powerful people.
And there is another thing. When I come to interacting with the people who have, some kind of power, in position,
Authority or
they
position,
have some kind of some title. Position.
Yeah, they might have authority or position. It doesn't necessarily mean they have power personally.
That is right too.
Yeah.
I feel fearful.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I feel fearful, and I'm not able to even. I become kind of paralyzed.
Yeah, I got it. So you're probably still reacting to something that happened very early in your life that's incomplete. Mm-hmm. An authority figure, a teacher, a parent, a religious figure, whoever, may have suppressed you severely at some point. Maybe have publicly humiliated you. Has this ever happened?
Yes, when I was, I think 7 or 8 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was a very good student, always honor student.
Mm-hmm.
Very polite, like I said, very shy and quiet and very polite. And in some kind of occasion, something happened, and it was like some kind of formal circumstances, and I had to stay in the classroom in order to, for that circumstances to get over. And then I stayed in the class, and my principal, he just jumped in the conclusion. He grabbed my hair and, slapped me and
He slapped you?
Oh, yes, he...
Okay, so I've got 2 minutes left. So I'm going to tell you what happened.
Sure.
You've been traumatized, okay? And a trauma is any... And I'm so sorry that this happened to you. I'm really sorry this happened to you. And in a longer session, in a private session, or I could help you to permanently overcome that so that never would stop you or hold you back ever again. However, in this brief conversation, because they tell me I only have a couple of minutes left on the show, I want to rush to let you know. Any blow to the head, anytime somebody touches your head, okay, especially if they hold or restrain your head, that to an animal is life-threatening. Any blow to the head is a life-threatening blow. It could kill you, right? Now, obviously it didn't, but how you learn to survive is by getting really small and suppressing yourself and being weak and submissive. It was horrible what that person did, and if he did that in the United States, they should put him in jail, right? They would, okay? And if they did it back where I grew up, the father would come and beat the pulp out of him, okay? All right? But that's where I come from. But you do not treat children that way, and certainly you don't hit them in the head with anything, ever. Especially if it has a loud voice or angry intention behind it. It is traumatizing on a very deep neurological level, it's like frozen up, okay?
Right.
It's you at whatever age you were, 7 years old, were confronted with what appeared to be, to your neurology, to your subconscious mind and your neurology, appeared to be a threat to your life. Okay? A sudden, overwhelming, life-threatening circumstance in which you had no ability to deal with.
Correct.
Right? Right now, if somebody grabbed your hair and slapped you in the face, you'd probably be able to do something about it. Mm-hmm. You might not. You may turn into a 7-year-old. Or you might fight back. But you would have more abilities today than you had then. Mm-hmm. Right? He was bigger, a lot of things, right?
Yes.
This is something you need to get complete in your life. And I promise you, when you get that complete, when you complete that circuit, okay?
Okay.
Your life is going to completely change. You are going to have so much power, and you're going to have so many abilities that you've been suppressing for a whole lifetime that are going to spring forward, and you won't even recognize yourself. How do I know what I'm talking about? Because I've done this work with hundreds of people, but I had to do it on myself. I got hit in the head a lot when I was a kid. And I had to overcome these, and so I mastered certain processes by which you could become fully powerful, fully self-expressed, fully joyous, and never be suppressed like that ever again.
I understand what you're saying, and I thank you very much for opening my eyes and opening this issue, this problem. So now I think I feel like able to see it in different different angles.
There's nothing wrong with you. You're a fully powerful, very powerful person. To even call on a TV show like that and talk like that, okay? So there's no lack of power in you. It's just that you've been programmed in a very powerful way to submit. Mm-hmm. And so when anything that your brain is constantly scanning the environment for anybody or anything that even remotely resembles that circumstance.
You are absolutely right, Gregory.
Yeah, you're hyper vigilant to the environment. If anything like that comes along, you're already frozen up. And the worst thing is that you're probably even attracted to people like that.
Yes, and especially when I'm confronted with authority figures, I feel like trapped, and I feel like my feelings, I feel like paralyzed.
Yeah.
When it dies to me, I mean, I never knew how to get rid of this kind of feelings.
Well,
so now when you open this problem, open up, this issue.
It's so hard to end the show on this at this moment. They keep giving me the signal that the show is over and I'm out of time, and it's just at a moment where I feel that you are opening up and something is being expressed through you that needs to be expressed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and end the show. If you want to stay on the line, I'll have a conversation with you after the show for a brief moment, but I need to close the show off, okay? So you have been watching Love Talk. Thank you for watching. I'm going to go ahead and put this one on hold, and I appreciate you being here. I'm going to be in Toronto for the Honor, Integrity, and Mastery Workshop in August, the 23rd through the 25th. Please go to embracegrowth.com, find out about it, and if you or the men in your life would like to have more power, freedom, love, and full self-expression in your life, have the men in your life be at the Honor, Integrity, and Mastery Workshop. My wife will be there the week prior to do the Women Only Workshop in Toronto. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next week.